let's just cut to the chase. This is going to be a quick video where I want to share the 5 things that you shouldn't say or do when visiting Greece. Number 1, talk about the marbles of the Parthenon in the British Museum. Call them by their name. They are not the Elgin marbles. They are the Parthenon marbles. When you visit Greece, especially if you go to Athens and you go to the Acropolis, and you're gonna just come here and say like, oh yeah, wonderful, I just been to the Parthenon and I have also seen or heard of, or just the mere fact that you're mentioning the marbles that are over there will be a very sensitive topic for a lot of Greeks, me included, because I lived in England, and when I went to the British Museum and saw the marbles, you can't help but feel frustrated. And this is a very touchy subject for a lot of Greeks. And here in Greece, they have built a museum specifically to bring the marbles back to where they belong. Number 2, calling Greek coffee Turkish coffee. Okay, I can't tell you how many comments I have gotten whenever I release a video, either it's about Greek coffee or halvas. And yes, it is the same thing, but you happen to be in Greece. I come from Venezuela. All right, so I share many similarities when it comes to food and culture with Colombians, Brazilians, Ecuador. We share a lot of things that are similar. For example, arepas. In Venezuela, we have arepas. Colombians have arepas as well. Empanadas. There's so many foods that are very, very similar. In fact, it's the same thing. But when I'm in Colombia, I am not gonna order a Venezuelan arepa. So we have to be respectful that when we are in a certain country and when we're ordering something like Greek coffee, it happens to be that we're here in Greece and it's called Greek coffee, not Turkish coffee. If I was going to go to Armenia, I will order Armenian coffee because Armenians too drink this type of coffee and it's exactly the same thing. Number 3, politics. Avoid talking about politics here in Greece. Don't talk about the economical crisis that happened in 2008, 2010 and onwards. I lived through that. Don't talk about the austerity measures. Don't talk about current, past or future politic affairs. Imagine me going to America right now as a visitor, which I have family members that live in America, by the way. But imagine me arriving in America right now and talking about the latest political debate between Trump and Biden. I'll give you another example. Imagine if I, as a Venezuelan, go to Venezuela and start talking about Chavez or Maduro or any of the political situation that is happening right now or that happened in the past in Venezuela. Politics is a deep issue in many, many countries, as we know. And Greeks are very, very passionate about their politics and current affairs, you know? And it's one thing to be a local in a cafeño with the TV on, watching the news all day and watching talk shows talking about politics. And another thing is for you to be a foreigner or a tourist or a visitor and try to have an opinion on what's happening here in Greece. Number 4, making negative remarks about Greece as a whole. Avoid making negative remarks about the people, the culture, or the current situation of Greece as a country. Believe it or not, I've been in situations with foreigners living here in Greece talking bad about Greece. Sometimes foreigners think that because I am a foreigner, they can vent and talk about the negative things that Greece has because I am not Greek. But you're terribly mistaken. And I have been in situations where foreigners have mentioned little things here and there which are a little bit of a stab to the Greek culture and the people. And I take that very personally because my wife is Greek. I have a family who happens to be Greek. Just because I'm a foreigner, I am not someone that you should trust and talk negatively about this country. And I don't want to sound very patriotic or anything, but even though those things might be true, I am not someone that you're going to find understanding because I'm actually going to get offended by it. So imagine how will a Greek will feel when you do these negative remarks. Avoid talking about sensitive historical events when it comes down to occupation, when it comes down to anything that it will open a Pandora's box of deep wounds. And finally, number 5, showing disrespect in the religious context. Now, what do I mean by that? Show respect when visiting a monastery. Show respect when going to a church. If you happen to be here in Greece when it's Easter time, you have to understand that Greeks are Orthodox and they are very religious people. Like many other religions, they take it very seriously. So you have to be mindful of that. Examples of this could be as simple as going to a monastery and not wearing the appropriate clothing, okay? Another example will be of being very loud when there is a mass service. Another example will be of taking pictures or filming a video when you're not allowed to do so. I guess this is common sense. I was not gonna add this to the list, but then again, common sense is not very common. So I don't want to offend anybody with this video, but you have to understand that when you visit Greece and you come here to Greece, yes, you are going to visit a lot of religious sites, okay, like monasteries and churches. It's just hard not to come across different situations where you might find yourself in and you might want to go and visit. Just be mindful. Λοιπόν, παιδιά, αυτό ήταν. Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ for all the love and support. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Leave in the comment section where you're watching this video from. I'm going to be making more videos about this. These are sensitive topics for not only Greeks, but for myself, because I live here in Greece as well. And I want to help you experience Greece as a true local. That's the whole purpose of this channel, to help you experience Greece as a true local when you come to Greece. Again, thank you so much for all the love and support, and I'll see you in another video, my friend.